Hi everyone, welcome to your holiday alchemy scope. You are an embodied reflection of Source. You are thus infinitely empowered, abundant, and a co-creator with your context always. You are an alchemist. Divination works because the web of life is intelligently organized with coordinated and storied agency. Let's take a look at the stories playing out now. Hi everyone. So let's take a look at the macrocycle, the energy set, or the story that's imbuing the field for all of us at this time. The new moon in Sagittarius occurred on December 11th, and it occurred at 19 degrees Sagittarius. The Sabian symbol that is aligned with that degree point is, in an old-fashioned northern village, men cut the ice of a frozen pond for use during the summer. I love this symbol because for me what this is talking about is preparation. It's an optimistic view and a preparation for the future ahead, brighter days ahead. Now, if we move on to the Christmas full moon, I added that to this scope because I'm posting these late. It's a fascinating one. It's very appropriate for the astrological events that are aligned. A cat arguing with a mouse is going to be the Sabian symbol that is imbued at the full moon point of 3 degrees Cancer on Christmas Day. And interestingly, there is an opposition on Christmas Day between Mars in Libra, which is relationships, and Uranus in Aries, which is I, me, mine. So this is going to be an interesting dynamic between action of harmony in relationships and the sudden impetus for action of the self. And a lot of people are gathering with family over the course of this holiday season, and particularly on this day. So let's hold it all lightly and understand that there's a bigger cycle playing out, and there's a way to be responsible for our own thoughts and own actions as we navigate this dynamic, a cat arguing with a mouse Christmas Day. Libra. So let's take a look at the Libran microcycle, or the energetic theme, the storied energy that is informing this particular new moon to new moon portal of time. You received the I Ching hexagram number 6, conflict. The 2 trigrams that make up this hexagram are sky above, water below. Conflict arises when a person who is convinced that he or she is entitled to something meets with opposition. In such cases, the wiser choice is not to push things to the bitter end, because knocking heads only perpetuates bad will. Creative solutions that meet others halfway are more valuable and longer lasting than victories achieved through force. Conflicts in which one party is not sincere inevitably lead to distortions. In such situations, those of strong character keep a clear head, protect their own integrity, and look out for their own interests, even while seeking compromise. In these times of conflict and turmoil, it may be optimal to avoid new ventures and new initiatives. Libra, welcome to your holiday alchemy scope. So let's get started. I've already shuffled, and we'll go ahead and pull the spread. A note to clarify, as you can see, this is a different angle on the spread, and I'm filming it at night. I've done both of those things for a reason, even though it's not the ideal viewing of the cards positioning. It was my desire to have this be delicious and relaxing. So we're just gonna go ahead and just go with the flow here. I'll go ahead and, you know, show you the cards if you can't see them, which you're not going to be able to. They're too much of at an angle for you here, but you'll see them. I'll lift them up, okay? So let's go ahead and pull. We're going to do our spread to find a circumstance, a situation, an event that is likely to be coming forward for you during this cycle. This is, of course, our Sag new moon to our Cap new moon cycle of time. And then we'll pull my brand new, beautiful Colette Baron Reid Enchanted Map. We'll pull a card for you there. And we're going to do as we've done the last couple months and pull 3 archetype cards for you to select the one that is vibrating the most for you and is most appropriate for you. So Libra, let's see what we have going on. And I'm going to turn these over. As if you've tuned in before, you know that the reversals are not real reversals. They're just providing additional information. So you received a very, very simple spread. I mean, there's not a lot of additional information here. You know, I will tell you, Libra, it's interesting. Similar to some other signs, a lot of people are in contemplation mode now. And you're no different. I mean, a lot of people, most people, any people that are even slightly awakening are very much going through a deep transmutative process of their belief systems, their thoughts, reality as a whole. Everything is shifting. Everything is changing. Our understandings of reality are completely shifting. And with that, a lot of people are recognizing a deeper desire, the deep well of desire. And indeed, it's dark now. I hope you can read that. What this card says is mission of the soul. And Libra, this came up in the center section. The main theme for you during this cycle, over this holiday period, is about you feeling, you looking at, you tapping into your deeper meaning. What is it that you want? What is it that you desire? What is your mission? What is your goal? What is your aligned path? Your aligned path to bliss. So you're going to be tapping in. And again, you're not the first sign to get this sort of a reading. There's something about collaboration, Libra. There's something very specifically. You might be thinking, I mean, there's going to be some defensiveness going on. You're going to be feeling defensiveness about maybe a discomfort that's been at the hand of a collaboration. So, Libra, it could be that there's a collaboration that you've been involved with, a creative project, a work project. It could be, too, a collaboration like a friendship, but typically this refers to some sort of a partnership in business of some sort. But you're going to be, on a spiritual basis, in your spiritual sector, you're going to be thinking about a collaboration and whether it's of benefit or whether it's not of benefit. And it feels like to you either that it has already been eliminated or that you're thinking about eliminating it. So there's a dissipation of that collaboration that is currently unfolding. It could be, by the way, a collaboration that's a relationship, like a romantic relationship, although this card typically does refer to a business kind of a partnership or a creative kind of a partnership. Your thoughts will be defensive, though. I think you're going to be thinking, what is it that you want? With that mission of the soul card coming up in the center section, it's very much you tuning into what you desire long term. And the defensiveness card is coming up in your thought sector over the course of this holiday period. And it feels like you want, as everybody does, but you're really going to be keyed into you know, you want joy, you want comfort, and you have some defensive thoughts coming up around these things, because it might be that right now they don't exist in your life to your satisfaction. They're not there yet. They're not manifested yet. So you will get more information too from your archetype cards. So we're going to go ahead and pull those now. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else here. You know, it's interesting because this is a similar reading. In a way, this is a similar reading to Taurus. And what I'm also getting for some of you, this is a general reading, but for some of you, you're going to be, the defensiveness that's at hand is not necessarily about an irritability or a grumpiness. I mean, for some of you, it's going to be about standing your ground about what brings you comfort and joy. You know? Standing your ground, becoming resolute, becoming clearer. But as you navigate that pendulum, because if you're somebody who's just awakening to your own self-honoring, self-love, self-respect in a really authentic way, which, by the way, is desperately needed and doesn't exist ubiquitously enough out in the world. But it could be that your thoughts are in kind of a defensive mode as you navigate getting to just being in grace and peace about, this is what I want. This is what brings me comfort, joy, and peace. You know? So it might be that there might be some grumpiness, but not necessarily. Again, you could just be in a resolute state. This is what I've decided that I need, that I desire for myself, for my life, for my long-term soul path. You know? Beautiful. Okay. So let's take a look at the other cards. Let's pull 3 of the Carolyn Miss archetype cards, Libra, and I'll have you tune in intuitively to one of them, and that will be your main growth edge, the quality set that's wanting so much to be matured during this time frame for you specifically. So let's look at Libra's first card. Libra. Okay. These at an angle there. And Libra's second. And Libra's third. Okay, Libra, I think you can see those okay. Okay, so start to tune in there. And now I'm going to pull the fabulous Colette Baron Reed's Enchanted Map deck. This is a new addition to my Oracle card collection, and it's tremendous. It's fabulous. Okay. And I'm actually going to, because I did a spread earlier where they were all made upright, and she definitely works in reversals. So this might be a little bit longer of a shuffle for me to feel it for you. Let's see. So for Libra, what is a theme for Libra over the course of this time frame? So you did get an upright, making a choice. Making a choice. Interesting that. You being the scales. So let me show you the card. Let's see, what number is this? This is number 30. Number 30, making a choice. So this is a main energy theme for you over the course of this mid-December to mid-January new moon cycle, Libra. So let me go ahead and pull it up and read from her book. She's very, her way with words is very aligned with my own. So I appreciate how she writes. So this is what she says, Libra. Making a choice. You're required to come to a decision now. Upright. You're faced with a dilemma or a fork in the road and must make a conscious choice regarding the next right action. That choice is you must take responsibility for it. Yet you needn't be afraid. You may not have all the answers right now because the way ahead can't be known until you've embarked and traveled a few steps. Trust your intuition. Ask for a sign from Spirit, and you will be led down the right path. If you remain conscious and aware, your choice will be the right one at this time. Life is always about learning. Success lies in the choosing consciously. Success lies in choosing consciously, guided by intuition and spirit. Making a decision now, Libra. That's calling. And it doesn't, I have to say, it doesn't feel too unusual because as we were talking about, and again, you had the mission of the soul in the center position, which is no small thing. I mean, that the mission of the soul card is it's a juicy one. That's a very key card in my 144 card deck. So you're making choices now, you know? So let's take a look at the cards. So hopefully you've tuned into one. So if you've picked the far left card, wonderful Libra, interesting. Again, you as the scales. So if you picked this card, Judge is wanting to be evolved in you during the course of this month. And I'm just going to read the top section. Well, I'll read both as I usually do. This is about evolving out of offering only destructive criticism and misusing business, legal, or criminal authority, and evolving it, Libra, into balancing justice and compassion, managing the fair distribution of power. Balance. Beautiful. So Libra, if you picked the center card, fabulous. One of my favorite cards in this archetypal deck. Shapeshifter. So if you selected this card, your higher self is asking you to evolve out of projecting any image that serves your personal agenda in the moment and evolving it into a skill at navigating through different levels of consciousness, ability to see the potential in everything. The ability to see the potential in everything, moving through different layers of consciousness. Becoming a shapeshifter. Powerful card. These two are the same color too, and it's interesting with the candlelight, it's hard to tell. It's brown. They're both brown. Okay, which is grounded. You know, brown is earth, soil. It's grounded. So if you picked the far right card, what wants to be matured, dear Libra, is child wounded. A great card, actually. So if you selected this one, this is about your higher self is asking you to evolve out of blaming all dysfunctional relationships on childhood wounds and resisting moving on through forgiveness. And it wants to become, or wants to evolve into, awakening compassion and desire to serve others. Again, compassion with judge as well is coming up here. Awakening compassion and desire to serve others. Wounded children. Opens the learning path of forgiveness. Forgiveness, I will say, is a very massive, key, foundational topic of growth for humans at every level. Every human has forgiveness issues that must be addressed. So if you picked this one, you're definitely part of the collective. It's a matter of really stepping up and healing ourselves, because we're the ones holding the pain. And we are responsible for our own thoughts, our own feelings. Beautiful, Libra. So let's move on to your Dakini and see what's coming up there. Libra. So we come now to the final component of your alchemy scope. And here I pull up the Dakini Goddess to reflect the optimal embodiment for you over the course of this cycle. You received the same Dakini as Scorpio. You both received number 32, Liquida. This is the Dakini Goddess from Penny Slinger's 64 Dakini Oracle, representing the embodiment for you to take on in order to flow with least effort and optimal bliss and flow. Liquida is literally water. She is the pure quality of the water element. I'm going to read two components here from Penny Slinger's information on Liquida. One is the Dakini transmission, and the other is the affirmation. The transmission for you for Liquida is this. Do you wish to swim in me? Do you want to feel what I am made of? Do you want to flow, undulate, merge with me? I do not move in water. I am water. To move within me, you must become fluid. Do not resist. Become one and flow with me. The affirmation for Liquida is this. I am fluid, mutable. I can adapt to any situation. I can change anything over time. I flow with the paths of least resistance. I have trust and surrender to the flow. Beautiful. Libra, I'm wishing you a fabulous holiday season. Look for more goodies from me very soon. Talk to you then. Bye.